Good morning, everybody. It is December 14th at approximately 7 a.m. Central. Apologies on this one being a little bit later than normal. Finally I arrived home late last night from Austin for the Simpler Trading live event with all the members, which was awesome time. So if you were able to make it out there, really was wonderful to actually meet y'all, put a face to the names or the handles in the room and things like that. I thought it was very awesome. And my kids woke up this morning and they were super pumped I was home, so been helping them get ready for school and whatnot. So it's a little bit delayed on this, but it's all right. We have nothing but time today. All right, so today, today's the day, right? It's kind of it's a pivotal moment, if you will. So today, the FOMC projection statement, like you see all this key stuff happening at 2 p.m. Eastern time, right? So 1 p.m. Central time. So if this is happening, it's going to be a pretty key driver, in my opinion, for market direction. And there's also something worth noting is we're right at it's at a pivot point, right? We're right here against this multiple trend lines. The main one I think worth focusing on right now is this downward trend. As you see, we did spike up into resistance that is noted right here, and it got rejected pretty good over the sell-off yesterday after the spike up. And so my view for the day is, for one, are we going to break out or roll down? Today's economic news from the Fed talking is that I think it's going to be the catalyst to push up or down. This is it. We're against the technical point. We have an important information or data coming out. This is it. Which direction are we going? That's from a longer term perspective, and I think that's very important for doing these 0 days to expiration trades or ES futures from a day trading perspective. So let's zoom in a little bit. All right, so you see here 39.60 to 50-ish was a zone where it keeps on pushing price up higher. We're selling right here. So today, basically, I think it's going to be a tricky day because I think the market it's either going to go sideways into the FOMC statement or it's going to have large intraday swings for the day going to the FOMC statement. I'm not sure which way, but from a daily perspective, you see we're underneath resistance, so that kind of makes me want to go to the short side because I'm not sure if we're going to rally above it before the news. So maybe just being on the short side might be the way to go. But first, we need to narrow in on it, right? So let's pull up our handy quick hits charts. All right, so first things first, we're going to look over here from the larger term perspective. Well, not sure what that is. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. All right, so larger term perspective over here, right? Spike up, sell off yesterday, and now we're just kind of like in this tight triangle, right? That's what I have drawn right here. You see how it's just getting, the highs and lows are getting tighter and tighter, and this blue line right here is the resistance or the support, or the support we're now below. It's a zone worth noting, how we're kind of just been oscillating near it. There is a skyline down here slightly below 4040, and you see this will potentially be support today. What I find interesting about this part is today might be a little bit of a tricky day in this concept. So we're opening up near the 21 EMA, right, in the 30-minute chart. I'm going to go ahead and erase this for now. I could always redraw it. You could watch the recording or pause it and get yours drawn on there. But if you're aware of how I like to take these, like always, I take them from here to up here, or from here to like down here. And these bigger moving averages are still worth noting. And so it's kind of an interesting thing. So we're at the entry point, but we're right above this 60-minute hourly charts 50 EMA, but this level right here lines up perfectly with this level, right? So what I'm kind of thinking for a potential trade is, I'm going to zoom this here and I want to crunch it so you can see what I'm talking about. Because this low right here is this same larger time frame low, right? You see how the crosshairs match? So what I'm potentially going to look for happening is at the open, just be patient, see if price does come down to test this hourly level and support level, which will line up here. And then if we get some buy signals, I'll probably play it to the upside at that point, just back to the 30-minute 21 EMA, potentially. But if it just completely keeps going lower, or I say it does come to a stalls, breaks, retests, and fails, say people are getting out of positions into today's statement, and we're going to come back down to here. All right, cool. That'll be the trade. That's probably the highest probability trade, but I'm also acknowledging that this is potentially going to be a level that, or sorry, not that level, but you know, the 40, 38-ish level on the ES may be a level that may potentially hold. So all that being said, either a break, retest, and down, or just a play to here, and we have buy signals, play to here, or you can trail your stops and potentially go to the upside. Now, but what if the market rallies, right? That's a potential also. If I am going to play the bullish side, since everything is saying to the downside right here, even like whenever I was drawing this little wedge thing, it kind of looks like it wants to break down. If that's the case, since it's counter trend to play to the upside, I'd want a break, retest, and buy that dip. That's pretty much it. Since it's counter trend what's happening in larger time frames, I want to buy the dip for a price confirmation that is going to pause and go higher. But to the downside, I think the downside will have to get past the 60-minute 50 EMA, in my opinion. But if you aren't played a downside from this current spot to here, I mean, that's one setup for sure. You could obviously do that as well. But that is basically my plan. It's kind of looking at it's going to be a tricky day. Also, if you're doing the drama-free method, today is not the day to do it. Premium is going to be held onto it the whole time. Do not do it. Do what you want, but I highly suggest you don't do it. Also, I personally not going to be doing a spread today because I think premium is going to be held on to this into the options until the end of the statement. So me personally, I'm probably going to be buying some out of the money calls or puts and letting it ride and see what happens. And if it just chops around sideways, don't really get anything out of it, then okay, I'll get a small loss and get out of the way. But I think the play today, if you're looking for a day trade with options, is potentially just long calls or puts because I think premium's going to be holding on to into the options until after the statement. Today's kind of a big deal in my opinion. So that's it. Everyone have an an awesome day. If you're in the options room in the Small Account Mastery, I will see you in a little bit. Take care, everybody.